Ah, man's best friend. Yeah, I'm just gonna preface this video by saying, don't feel bad. The little guy lasted 16 years. This isn't gonna be a sad video, so don't worry about that. Now that we got that out of the way, I think I want to start working on the project that this video is based on, which is building a monument to my fallen little pal. But in order to do that, I think the first step is to build a little construction management trailer. You know, every construction project has a trailer where management decides on how to go forward with the project. So I think I want to do that first. Well, that's a funny looking trailer. Yeah, okay, you know what? I decided to build a permanent building that I could repurpose into something later. I'm actually planning on turning this into a pet hotel for the rest of my little goobers to live in. But, you know, now that we got a base of operations for the project, I really need to start gathering all 59 unique different items. Yes, 59. I have a piece of paper with a list of everything I need to grab. I need... Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Man, I finally did it. I got all the materials I needed for the project. And you may be thinking that, damn, 9 double chests worth of items for the build? This is going to be big, isn't it? Well, I thought so too, except these 5 double chests are completely empty. Apparently, the amount of items I needed was not as big as I thought. So, yeah, it's only really just 4 double chests here. And even then, it's more like 3.5. So, whatever, that's fine. But now that we got all the materials done, I gotta find a place to build this project, right? So, I gotta go scouting for land to build this monument. So, wish me luck, Bitey Frank. You know, after a healthy amount of harassing the locals and going to get some milk, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I should just build a monument here, right next to the railway, just outside the city. And the reason why is because this is a place I go very often. I mean, my portal house over there that takes me to the gold farm is just down the street, really. So, I mean, the whole point of a monument is to remember. And if you don't go and visit the monument often, are you really going to remember? No. So I'm just going to build a monument over here in this little rectangle. So what I want to do now is I want to flatten all the land around the monument, as well as build the little pathways for all the buildings. So I'm going to go get that done right now. Alrighty, so I got the foundations done for the most important things, which are 1, the paths, 2, the gatehouse, and 3, the monument. So what I want to do now is I want to build the gatehouse. The gatehouse here will be, the entrance, but 2, a little mausoleum with a little tomb in the middle there for my pal. I also want to have like 2 little cats guarding the entrance, because I don't know, I think it'd be nice. So let me go build that real quick. Man, that is a gatehouse. Look at this. It's such a cool little mausoleum. I know it's simple, but it just... You feel it, man. You feel like this is grand, even though it's small. It almost feels like a ruin, you know? But wow, I love it so much. Now, yes, I did say I was going to have 2 cats in here to guard the gatehouse, but I want to have them here when I'm done the project. I don't know. I feel like having 2 cats on a construction site isn't going to end well. But now that we got the gatehouse done, I got 3 things left to do. I got the wall to put in for the property, the trees to plant, and then I got the monument itself. So I think what I want to do is build the walls for the property first. It'll only take like 3 minutes, so let me do that. Alright, this place is starting to look even better than before. I mean, yeah, it does look a little empty here, but that's because I need to add the trees and the rose bushes. So what I'm going to do is add the rose bushes, build the trees, and then, yeah, I'm going to have to tear down that oak tree. But you know what? I'll plant a bunch of oak saplings all around this place in compensation for that. So you know what? Let me get started on that. Well, it's starting to look a lot more lively in here now with all the trees and the bushes and even the wildflowers behind them. So it's time to start working on the monument, is what you're probably thinking I was going to say. But no, there's still one more thing I gotta do. And it does have something to do with the trees. So if I go over here to the gatehouse and I look down to the monument, you kind of see that the trees don't look like they're in a straight line. They're not actually. So if we go over here to the trees, you can see that they kind of curve outwards. And that's because I have these two little plots of land here that have their own little paths. And that's because there's going to be a column here and a column there for two saints to stand on. So I'm going to have to build those before I build the monument. Yeah, that's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. You can see what I mean with the trees flaring outward so you can see the columns better. There isn't really that much of a gap between the columns there and the trees, but it looks perfect, at least in my opinion. So now I can finally start working on the monument. Finally. But with working on the monument, I gotta work on 3 different portions. The foundation, the temple itself, and the roof. So obviously I'm going to start with the foundations. And then the temple. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know what you're thinking. I need to make an announcement before we keep going. And you might be wondering, why the hell am I 150 blocks up at the top of the skyscraper? That's a good question. And there's a good answer to that. In my 3rd ever video that I posted on this channel, I asked you guys, the viewers, what I should put up here in the penthouse. And I didn't really get any comments suggesting anything, so the offer is still up. I wanted to ask you guys again, what should I put up here? I don't know, I just like including the community in decisions in this world because it just feels nice to do, you know? So if you guys have any ideas, leave a comment below. I genuinely will take your suggestions. Now back to the video. We're done. Well, the main structure at least. Yeah, I kind of forgot to record myself building the roof of the building, but honestly, that's not that big of a deal. I thought the time lapses were kind of getting a little repetitive anyways. But you know what? Now that we got this done, it's time for all the little details. So I think the first little detail I want is to finally bring those 2 little cats to guard the gatehouse. I said I was going to put 2 of them here, so I'll bring them right now. So I finally got the 2 guard cats. Okay, I mean, I made it look as if I was haggling for these cats. No, I'm a cat person. I have a gajillion cats at home, so I just took 2 of my favorites. But now I gotta name them. So you will be Mr. Hachimi because you are orange like honey. And you just look like a Robert. So now that we got the cats out of the way, I gotta finally add the statues. So let me go do that real quick. Man, it's over. I finally finished it. I finally got the statues up there, and now the project is complete. Now, if you want to know who's up there, over there is St. Anthony of Padua, and then that's our Immaculate Queen of Navigation. Why did I put those 2 up there? They're just the 2 patron saints of the city, so it just kind of made sense to put them there. But there's one last thing I want to show you guys. And if I go all the way up here, up our curved little staircase into the temple, and take a left, you'll see a little altar that has a photo of my little goober. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? His name was Frisket, and I remember, man. I remember the first day we got him back in 2008. He was so tiny. I've missed the little guy. But you know what? That's the video. I'm not going to really get into, you know, crying about his death because that's not what the point of this video was. This video is more of like a little celebration of the guy's life. So I'm probably just going to end it off here. Honestly, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe and have a good one, everyone.
I'm such a fat fucking chud.